The quarterback to the right, you're not as concerned over the defensive end to your left. Well, when it's number 11, Micah Parsons, you have to be worried about where he is.
Anybody that wants to play defensive end, look how low he gets underneath Donovan Smith. And if you are going to disrespect Myles Garrett by not chipping him, by not sliding protection over to him, he's going to eat your lunch. And that's what he just did to Donovan Smith. You cannot just leave Donovan Smith one-on-one.
Ball was going to be just a little token fake. Watch how fast he wins. Cam Akers tries to get a piece of him, but that's a big man.
And Ndamukong Suh so many times take one extra step and hit Aaron Rodgers. This time he was like, okay.
All over him and just couldn't hold on. What a job to get rid of it.
Well, huge plays.
Matthew Judon leading the league in sacks, and he gets him a number of different ways. He lines up left side, right side. Here he beats the back.
These pass situations, he's down here at the bottom of the screen, working on left tackle Andrew Thomas, and he's just so fast.
This is Uche rushing on the left side, and he's going against Blake Brandel. Inside move, no help.
Yeah, and Grady, watch him just take off to the outside right here. So he reads that play. That's film study, and that's having it happen to you. Great double teams, but watch 94 split this double team, and right between guard, center, no chance.
By Dak Prescott. Kayvon Thibodeau's got pressure in his face. He's been doing it all day.
But that first step quickness of Frankie Louvu, just too much. Doesn't even get a hand on him.
Edge rushers. There's DeForest Buckner after they made that trade with the 49ers back in
near the sideline, but
Andy, they tried to get it to Olave in the flat quickly. You saw that motion, and they thought they were going to get some man-to-man.
This is coming off the edge here. Smith Williams, nobody's going to block him, and the tight end's coming across there. They've done that so many times.
You're going to see Russell slide around in the pocket. Brian Burns moving away from him, moving really naturally, but doesn't get.
Gets a great read on this here. You're going to see the line go right and pull, but he penetrates.
He does a really nice job. Here's on the left of the screen, and Dan Moore, the left tackle, he pushes him back. And as soon as he feels that Pickett's stuck it,
he's just going to keep fighting. He just barely got to the bear here on this one, but he got just enough for Smith to come and clean that thing up. And there we go. You're going to see crash down inside, and because Fletcher Cox is so athletic, he can get around the edge. He has the speed to track down Aaron Rodgers in a huge play. Watch Suh get the initial pressure, and then it's Josh Sweat from the other side who's going to clean it up. But Ndamukong Suh now just with this team a couple of weeks, and he has already made his presence felt, along with Linval Joseph. I mean, you can run down a quarterback that runs 4.5 something. That is welcome to Green Bay time right there. That was a big, big play because we've seen.
He did on that play. Watch the big man working inside. There he is working, and then bam. He did tell Kevin Byard that's his pleasure.
Matt LaFleur was telling us momentum is real, right? It can be negative momentum or it can be positive momentum. We've talked about him a lot over the course of his career and my career. Look at the knockback. Do you see what he did off the ball? Your job is to set the edge, no matter which defense you're in. And here he is setting the edge. And the play comes out, and he's.
This is what they needed, how he just right up the middle on the rookie.
They've had so much success running the football, but instead Kyler Murray pulls it, tries to keep it. As you
number 97, Poona Ford, he's just working on Alex Bars. Trying to set up a screen, but watch how fast the linemen get up. They get out to the right too fast. They break. The timing is just out of sync. They're trying to set up.
Well, Salyer's been playing well with Watt coming off the edge up top. He has been playing well.
Them. and get a little bit more. But watch Simmons as he works against the rookie Volts in 67, handles him at the line of scrimmage, sheds him, and goes and gets Burrow. What Cincinnati was just hoping. You remember Zach Taylor not too long ago told our Evan Washburn that he was happy with Cincinnati's spot.
Your defense makes a big play and pushes them back. Armon Watts just keeps pushing that pile. You get some legs tangled up. You don't know how the...
When you have a tight end on an excellent rusher, you see up at the top Bradley Chubb get blocked by a tight end. That's a mismatch. He comes right around the corner, forces the fumble.
It's more of a fumble. I think the ruling on the field is this is a fumble. Let's take a look, because they will too. And was the arm moving forward with the ball in it, so it hits the ground, but they're going to say fumble.
I've seen quarterbacks do this to get away from the heavy guys on the nose, but you got to recognize the fact that Jordan Whitehead and Quan Alexander are...
None of that, because there's such good coverage. Yeah, there's pressure early, but Trevor Lawrence had cocked that ball and was ready to throw.
9 times in the divisional game, the one thing the Titans didn't get, a takeaway. And they've talked about that the entire offseason.
They haven't done near as much blitzing this year, Josh Boyer. The defense has been in transition.
Well, when you have this inside, tying up double teams, you've got that, bam, tie that double team.
To block support, you're going to see CeeDee Lamb, he's got McLeod, but Ward does a great job fighting off. Nowhere for Daniel Jones to go with the ball, and you mentioned it, 8 sacks on the year. Micah Parsons.
What you needed today, that right side, he's going to get off, split the double team, and a lot of miscommunication right there for the... You know, it's like, should we do that or should we throw a screen?
Yeah, I mean, Oliver, of course, had the 5-yard tackle for a loss.
Houston, 59, goes through a chip, and then on top of it does a swim, using his hands perfectly while going around Brown. And what a monster play as we tried to hype that one up for that. Watch the right side right there. You're going to whiff. And these are the 2 backups. Osheka right there. He's going to have a tough time. That's what I said. Oliver and Jones